Things are burning. People who have shops here, including the youth, are losing their money.
It was around 4 a.m. The fire engulfed several shops here at the Adum PZ Arena. Over 2,000 traders affected, leaving the bustling market bare. But as the traders returned to make sales, many of them occupying their tables and doing their usual job, do we have to fear for another catastrophe? In this feature, we engage the traders, relevant authorities, to ask questions as to the measures being put in place to avert a reoccurrence.
It was like any other Friday dawn at the Adum PZ market in Kumasi until a sudden alarming sight turned the commercial area into a scene of chaos. The fire started at 4 a.m. with an explosion from the top floor of a story building. Within minutes, the flames spread rapidly across the market, consuming shops and goods in its path. I have lost millions of cedis from this fire this morning. This is very worrying. We are losing everything. We need the fire service to come to our aid right now. Everything is burning. Everything is burning. The arrival of firefighters was a moment of hope for those witnessing the blazing fire, but the situation quickly turned grim. Access of the fire tender to clustered container shops was severely restricted due to the market's cramped layout. Without proper paths for the fire trucks to reach the epicenter of the blaze, the fire quickly spread unchecked.
Fire service, it's been doomed because helicopter.
With investigations ongoing, the traders pieced together the potential causes of the blaze, and among the primary suspects are the use of gas cylinders, faulty electrical appliances, and the intermittent power cuts.
So you guys never also
some people, they have collected so many loans. Please, why is it that the fire service, you cannot just off the fire for us?
The billowing smoke and the crackling sounds of burning structures could be seen. The fire's intensity was overwhelming. President John Mahama and local authorities visited the scene, worried about the outbreak. He called for swift investigation, but pleaded for steps to be taken to avert a reoccurrence. We have to learn from this to plan our market well. I have spoken to NADMO to help the traders for the meantime. We have to carefully look at our market structure. The sounds we hear are explosions of gas cylinders. We shouldn't be cooking at the markets. The Ashanti Regional Commander of the Fire Service, ACFO2 Peter Tete, bemoaned the lack of equipment by fire service to curb fire. He indicated that over 417 fires have occurred in the first quarter of 2025.
Mr. Minister, one area of great concern is the use of over-aged fire appliances and obsolete equipment in the system. Comparative statistics of fires between 2024 and 2025 first quarter. Available data shows that the command has recorded 417 fires in the first quarter of 2025, as against 444 in the year 2024 within the same period.
3 weeks after the fire, many of the affected vendors have returned to the marketplace, hoping to restart their lives. We are waiting for the Asante Hene to come and make a determination as to whether or not we should occupy the land. But at the moment, we have gone to make sales because we need money to feed our children. However, checks indicates that the central business district of Adum PZ remains the same, overcrowded, poorly ventilated, and lacking any significant changes to prevent another fire.
Now, this is the Adum Railways Market, very close to the Adum PZ Market. This place, although close to the affected area, was able to survive the fire. But according to President John Mahama, it is time for us to act now and restructure our market. When he came here, he blamed the use of gas cylinders and other cooking materials or equipment as another cause for the outbreak, or a possible cause for the fire outbreak. But what do we see? Traders continue to sell here. Traders inside this railway market continue to use gas cylinders to prepare their food. Another catastrophe expected to happen in no time.
In an already cramped market, these conditions form a ticking time bomb, one that many say is waiting to explode again. Some traders in the markets have fears, with some avoiding certain areas where the fire could reignite due to the unsafe conditions. Authorities have to put measures in place to make sure that we avert a reoccurrence. The Adum PZ is indeed a wake-up call. The tragic event not only exposed the hazardous conditions of the market, but also highlighted the glaring gaps in fire prevention infrastructure and safety protocols. While traders, government officials, and experts call for swift action, the reality is that these issues have persisted for years. The hope is that this tragedy will finally prompt the necessary changes to safeguard lives and businesses in Kumasi and other markets across the country.
As many of these traders who are affected by the Adum PZ fire continue to sell their goods amidst lingering fear for another outbreak, they remain united in their call for swift action to avert a reoccurrence. But the question remains, would government and other relevant agencies act swiftly to avert a reoccurrence? Time will tell, but the clock keeps ticking. For JoyNews, my name is Boakye Yiadom, Kumasi.